believe it or not, this whole story happened all because of me, Toby.
It's directed by a man named Ted Fukuda, and it's his only credit that I can see. And it was a full hour and 43 minutes. And honestly, I don't feel like things really took off till probably the last half hour or so, when you were expecting that it was ending, and instead of ending, it would just turn into a completely different story, and an entirely different thing would happen. You'd think things had gotten resolved and it went again. We have seen this kind of thing happen in films before, but this one really, really took the cake on that one.
Yeah, not to
And
disagree. It was amazing.
yeah, yeah, but it started out. Here's the the summary given on Letterboxd. It says a former convict and drug abuser meets a dog trainer who wants him to help in her work as a part of his rehabilitation. Story told by the dog. And that's another thing. It's supposed to be a talking dog movie, and you start out with some narration from a dog, and these two meet up, and it seems like it's just going to be kind of just a low budget, poorly written Hallmark film love story between this guy and this lady, and it's really easy to not pay attention. So I'm not really seeing necessarily how this love triangle is unfolding. But at the point where I think that the story is wrapping up, where the dog trainer finally runs to the field to do the dog show with the talking dog, who, you know, really is barely in it and doesn't even need to be in it at all, doesn't even serve a function in the story. He gets there at the last moment in order to take the dog through the course. And I thought, oh, okay, this is whatever this is. He's going to have his moment of glory. He'll marry her, whatever the fuck. I was already thinking the film was drawing to a close. So then, when after that, this guy goes and starts dying because, get this, he was out and he saw some danger or something. There was an overturned bus. He ends up saving a puppy and a little child. In the course of this, he puts himself in harm's way, and he's laying in the hospital bed talking to the protagonist lady of the film, who, you know, had this conflict about who she's in love with or whatever bullshit that was about. And he's doing like a really dramatic, over the top I'm dying scene, and, you know, I'm just glad I could save that child and the dog, and, you know.
And he saved them both separately. Like, he saved the child, and then he went back and saved the puppy. It wasn't all at once.
Wow.
It's like he had cancer and AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But then, you know, it gets better, because then
Humble.
she's getting married to the other guy, but decides she wants to have a holographic reconstruction of the guy who died to be there at the wedding. So then they're projecting this guy, and then people are like, oh, because he kind of becomes solid, and suddenly he kind of looks over at her like, you know, like he's like, hey, I pulled this one off. I'm really here, or whatever. And people were coming up to her and they were saying, like, no, that wasn't a CGI. That was really him. And I don't know. I feel like I feel crazy just talking about this film. Like, what the fuck was going on? And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this guy comes around and says, I was that guy's dad. I'd never met him. I'm going to give you $10 million. And she says no.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.